Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, you can definitely do so. I would truly appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well and everything's good. Today I want to get into a woman's worth. What worth do we have as women that sometimes we feel the need to devalue ourselves? That be in careers, relationships, with families, with friends. The sense of a career, I feel like we as women work just as hard as men, but sometimes we always come up with the excuse, well, he's a guy, so he probably gets paid more than me, and I'm just a woman, so they pay me less. He does the same job as you at the end of the day. But yet, as women, we get paid less. And some of us are okay with that. And I don't understand why. I don't think as a woman, we should devalue ourselves, especially when we know we're top tier and we do top tier shit. And why, as women, do we sit here and take shit that we don't need to take just because we're comfortable? Just because we're in a long relationship does not mean that we need to sit here and take bullshit from our significant other just because we've had history or we're just comfortable with one another. And it doesn't have to just be a significant other. Obviously, it could be your friends or your coworkers, family. And what I mean by being comfortable and taking shit is someone can make a sly ass joke and you sit there and you're okay with that because it was a joke. Or if you're with your significant other and things escalate in an argument, things are said, and because you're comfortable, because what he said was okay, or he was just mad, it's not okay, because at the end of the day, you devalue yourself as a woman, your worth, and your morals. We shouldn't have to sit there as women and take that, swallow that. It's unnecessary. And why do we sit here and question our worth when something doesn't go right or if we get broken up with? Why do women feel the need to have to prove so much to a man to get him to commit to us? We as women sit there and we're like, oh, look at me. I can do this. I can do that. I cook. I clean. I have a high sex drive. I keep up with myself. And the endless list of, oh, look at me. Pick me. I'm wifey material. And my thing is, if a man doesn't want to subscribe for the premium package, why are we sitting here giving ourselves to men who don't want any of that from us? And even if that man does want that and he hasn't done that with you, just know it is not with you that he wants that with. He's just holding on for his own entertainment. And ladies, is not a thing to be beating yourself up about. It's not a you thing. It's more of a him thing. I almost feel like a lot of us women, we sit here and we analyze ourselves and pick at ourselves just because we want a man to commit to us, want a man to pick us. And we sit here trying to change how they perceive us by trying to put our best foot forward and see the value in us. I don't see it as a fair game here because men just get to sit there, relax, and show that they can provide for us ladies and show that they can be a good man, while women have to sit there and get critiqued at the level that she can perform at. Why is it as women do we give men the most that we can offer? Because I don't think it should be that way at all. At this point, your mindset should be, if you're a girlfriend, you're only gonna do girlfriend level shit. Because at the end of the day, if a man wants to stay around, then he can pay for the premium level shit and be satisfied there. But to toy around with a woman and pull her and string her along just to see what value she can bring to the table, it's completely unnecessary. Why do we have to sit there and act like we could do wifey level shit when you know damn well this man is not trying to take it to that level? Sometimes as women, we know that. So don't ever second guess yourself or that gut feeling when you know a man is not for you. I don't think as women we should have to open up ourselves like that to show a man our value. We should know that for ourselves. We should know our own self-worth at that point before getting into a relationship, or if you are in a relationship and you're doing girlfriend shit or wifey level shit. If a man doesn't notice your value in that relationship or what you bring to the table, then he's got to go. Because you know your own value and you do not need anyone else's approval on what they are. I have to say, a lot of women have become independent go-getters, and I love that about us women. We have really come together as a culture of women, and we have really learn to take initiative for ourselves. And listen, don't get me wrong. I get that having a man by your side is always a nice thing to have and to provide with you also. But what's better is a man who's actually sure about you. And there's nothing wrong with being independent, especially in your finances, and having your own back. You want it, you got it, go buy it. You can do that. Because at the end of the day, you work as hard as you do for yourself and no one else. And it's because it's something that you want to do. It's something that satisfies you. You're always going to look back and you're either going to be proud of the woman you've become, or you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, I really should have tried harder because I knew I can be up here with my career and everything else in life, but you chose not to go that route. The choice is yours. Make it to what you want and you've always dreamt of, or just stay at a minimum level or stay at the bare minimum. All I do know is of that decision, it's ultimately your own opinion and thoughts that matter, because everyone else's. Forget everyone's opinion and a man's opinion on how career-driven you are or independent you are, because at the end of the day, you've gotten to the level that you're at because of you. You know, the reason why I even bring this up is because I saw a TikTok video on some guy's podcast, and he was talking about how this woman disqualified herself from the dating pool, at least his dating pool, because she was financially stable and she was happy in her life. She accomplished what she needed to accomplish. And this is something that actually bothered me and triggered me, because men like this actually annoy me. Because as men, what are you looking for then in a wifey material? If you're not looking for a woman that is self-established, what are you looking for? I know you want to be catered to, you want to be cared for and everything. You will get that. When it comes to a woman accomplishing herself and getting everything for herself together before coming and getting a man, I don't see what's the problem with it. Because in all of that, when a woman is satisfied in her accomplishments or where she's at in life, that be even hitting a high expectation or a high point in her career that she has been dying to get to, that means she can now focus on what matters to her after. Okay, now she wants the man. Now she wants to find a husband. She wants the family. She wants the kid, because she has that level of security in herself. She has that level of worth in herself. If you're not gonna be there as a man to take accountability for that, or take into account at the value and the shit that she brings to the table, then you are seriously missing out on a good woman. Because when a woman has reached all these levels of things, she can really give the time, the dedication, everything to a man that she wants in her life. Opposed to having a man here and then she's looking so career driven that she doesn't have the time. It wouldn't make sense. So if your insecurities are so damn high as a man that you feel the need to completely disqualify a woman because of her goals that were accomplished and the career she's obtained for herself, I'm sorry, all of a sudden it seems like a threat for a man. And obviously not all men are like this, but there is a handful of men that are. Maybe it seems like a threat because you can't provide for her the things that she could already provide for herself. Or maybe it's the fact that you know you can't provide for her emotionally and physically. And maybe this is why some men automatically X out some women, especially the ones that have accomplished a high level of career or independency. But to sit there and devalue women for their hard work and efforts, or automatically disqualifying them from the dating pool, is absolute insanity. Are you still able to provide without providing financially? That you feel so insecure or threatened by a woman who is full on independent? Because it's one of the reasons why I see a man disqualifying a woman of such caliber. Her value is worth a lot. And I only say this because a woman who is very accomplished in life and has the things that she wants why would it make you feel any lesser than? Because most likely a woman who is like this will make you feel equal to, an equal partner. Granted, there are those toxic men and women that will hold something over your head if they are the breadwinners or whatever, but that's not the case here. I'm not getting into those toxic habits and people who act that way. I think when it comes to a man not seeing a woman's worth who has gone through Ellen back to get to where she's at, I think that's more of a deeper issue, and that a man needs to look within themselves the same way women need to look at themselves when they are feeling some type of way, or they devalue themselves, or they start questioning their self-worth, or why didn't this man stay with me? I'm hurt because of this. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but also at the end of the day, a man leaving you is just another man walking out of your life that you did not need. A man leaving you should be showing you the value that you bring to the table and that he could not match up to it. Needless to say, ladies, do not let anyone devalue you. Don't get so comfortable where you let a lot of things go, because if you know you were never okay with it prior to a relationship or prior to a friendship or anything like that, don't let that shit slide just because they're cool people, or, you know, he's your significant other. Just don't do that. Don't do it to yourself, because eventually you'll end up getting fed up with it, like everything else. It all will build up and you will literally cut the bullshit with everybody and explode. Anyways, guys, that's my little rant for today. Thank you so much for listening. I know this episode's a little different than what I usually do, but some things just need to be said. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.